What's up, everybody? Cinephile Mike here. It is season 4 of awards season reviews. We're counting down to the 98th Academy Awards with 98 reviews in 98 days. Quick review before I dive in. Make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss a single day. We are in Shorts Week. Yes, this is the week when I take a look at all of the Oscar-nominated shorts and also a look at some of the highly commended ones that maybe didn't make the cut, but were having successful award season journeys. A little slight shift. Some of these films are streaming in other platforms, and if they are, I'll let you know. A lot of them are not, but if you want to make sure you get a chance to see all of these, all the short collections are coming from Roadside Attractions this weekend, opening February 20th, so make sure you check your local listings. And if you happen to be on the Academy Voting Board, I hope these reviews offer some helpful insights as you're making your selections. So let's get into it. Here are the 5 nominated live-action shorts. First up, Butcher Stain. Written and directed by Meyer Levinson Blunt, the film follows Samir, played by Omar Samir, a Palestinian butcher working at an Israeli supermarket. A hard worker, Samir needs his job to get by, not only to pay his bills, but to try and carve out a life for his son Adam, played by Elon Cohen, with whom he is in a custody dispute with his ex-partner Iman, played by Sarah Raid. Seemingly friendly, he gets along with customers and co-workers, but one day his boss Mikal, played by Rona Toledano, calls Samir into her office telling him that someone has reported that he has been removing the Israeli hostage posters from the break room. Claiming he is a hard worker with no reason to do this, he needs to prove his innocence at the risk of losing his job. As he investigates, he sees that some people are not as honest as they appear to be, and circumstances surrounding this job may have bigger implications into this situation. Grounded by a solid performance by Samir Levinson Blount, who also plays one of those aforementioned individuals, crafts a really suspenseful short within the tight 26 minutes that manages to resolve itself as well as sit with you after the last haunting sequence captured with solid cinematography by Sefi Elisha Namani. In addition to this, thanks to some well-placed sound work by Philip Klementev and Jack Wysotsky, the film lands without the use of a traditional score, save the store's elevator music. While the film is an Oscar nominee, according to my usual source, IMDb, while it did have and perform at some of the Oscar qualifying festivals, there were no other wins or nominations for me to speak of at this time. This timely 5-star film is not streaming anywhere else at this time. Next up, A Friend of Dorothy. Written and directed by Lee Knight, the film is about JJ, played by Alistair Nwakukwu, whose life takes a unique turn when his soccer ball accidentally finds its way into the backyard garden of Dorothy, played by Miriam Margolyes. Dorothy, an 87-year-old widow, isn't keen to meet JJ at first, but after seeing his interest in her art and play collection, she begins to see something in him. Slowly, a friendship blooms. JJ begins helping with chores, errands, and most importantly, Dorothy's daily pruning ritual, opening her can of prunes. When Dorothy's grandson Oliver, played by Oscar Lloyd, arrives, he's skeptical of the friendship, but life goes on as their bond deepens. This is a touching story about friendship, connection, and identity. Set to an uplifting score by Stuart Hancock, it reminds us that love and understanding often appear in the least expected places. Nwakukwu shines as JJ, giving a lived-in portrayal of a young man searching for who he is and what it truly means to be a friend of Dorothy. Opposite him, Margolyes is her usual scene-stealing self, delivering hearty laughs one moment and heartfelt tenderness the next. This touching film challenges the notion that people decades apart can't be friends, reminding us that kindred spirits can meet at any point in life. Knight crafts a beautiful story about the friendships we make and reminds us that age is but a number, and the heart is all that matters. In addition to its Oscar nod, the film had great success, winning over a dozen awards, including Best Drama, Best Director, Best Newcomer for Nwakuku, and 2 performance awards for Margulies and Stephen Fry, all of these coming from the UK Film Awards. This charming 5-star, again, film, not yet available streaming anywhere. Okay, moving along. We have Jane Austen's period drama. Co-written and co-directed by Julia Ox and Steve Pinder, the film takes place in a Jane Austen era where Miss Estrogenia Essie Talbot, played by Ox, is finally about to get a marriage proposal from Mr. Dickley, played by Tai Mua. However, before he can pop the question, he sees a bloody display on the front of Essie's dress. Scared that she is in danger from a life-threatening injury, he rushes her home and into the care of her 2 sisters, Lavinia, played by Samantha Smart, and Vagiana, played by Nicole Alice Nelson. Running off to get a doctor, believing the woman he loves is seriously injured, Essie learns that he may not be familiar with a certain period. Believing she should inform him, she is quickly informed not to do so by Lavinia, who believes she and Vagiana should take some extreme measures to keep the injury story going, for if Essie, in an unlikely ladylike manner, shares this knowledge, she will never be married. However, when Mr. Dickley returns, an encounter will have severe life-changing effects on all involved. I'm going to say I don't remember the last time I laughed out loud so much and so hard in such a short amount of time. Aggs and Pinder smartly disguised most of a biology lesson in a humorous romp that would make Mel Brooks beam for its use of extreme action, whether it be the knife, the chicken, or the dangers of talking too much. Thanks to sharp direction and witty dialogue, Aggs and Pinder have crafted a bold laugh riot with heart to spare. In addition to its Oscar nod, the film has received several other accolades, including the Audience Choice Overall Award and the Comedy Award at the Indie Shorts International Film Festival. This laugh-out-loud, visually stunning 5-star masterpiece, also not streaming anywhere as of this recording. Now, we have The Singers. Based on a short story by Ivan Turgenev and directed by Sam A. Davis, we find a group of patrons drinking away the night while chatting up the bartender, played by Mike Young. As the night wears on, one patron, played by Will Harrington, is doing all he can to get a drink. He asks everyone at the bar, but no luck. He ultimately offers to sing a song for a drink. From here, he offers to, anyone. He says, "I will outsing anyone here," which prompts the bartender to check in with another regular patron, played by Chris Smither, a man with a nasal cannula. Ultimately, the bartender offers $100 and a drink to the man who can outsing everybody else. This unleashes a fascinating sing-off with several other patrons that night. Based on a 19th century short by Turgenev, we are treated to amazing performances by some great classics, including Unchained Melody and House of the Rising Sun. This empowering story about how music can heal the soul is quite moving in ways that you wouldn't expect when it starts, and will leave you moved as the last note flies. Davis, serving as his own cinematographer, elevates these tunes in the grungy set bar, an effective production design by Michelle Patterson. From the dust floating off the piano to the creaky floors, you feel the sense of community that comes about. Building this off established performers from various sources ups the authenticity factor. In addition to the Oscar nod, The Singer has won over 24 prizes from over 36 nods, including a double win from London Holly Shorts for Best International Film and Best Director. This beautiful, musical, 4-star film is actually currently streaming on Netflix. And now to wrap up the set, we have 2 people exchanging saliva. Co-written and co-directed by Natalie Musteta and Alexandra Singh, the film takes place in an alternate society where kissing is punishable by death, And the more bruising or welts you have on your face means the more upper class you are, as slaps are the method of currency in this society. The drive to appear well off is so high that it is a common practice for those that aren't as high class. The lower middle classes will go so far as to use makeup to make their faces look bruised. One day, a well-off married woman, Angine, played by Zahra Amir Ebrahimi, who usually shops in the department store with sales clerk Petulante, played by Aurélie Boquin, is one day taken with the new sales clerk Malaise, played by Luana Bajrami, who is just shy of her 25th birthday. Angine becomes infatuated with Malaise and she with her, and she comes more and more frequently to the shop. However, this does not go unnoticed by Petulante, who suspects something more, and as we see Angine and Malaise consider moving forward, the societal rules complicate matters. Shot in stunning black and white by cinematographer Alexandre de Saint-Blancat, we are treated to intense close-ups as we see the ways this society impacts those that are in it. With powerful performances by Ebrahimi and Bajrami, set against a haunting score by composer Bobak Lotfipour, this look at desire and passion is narrated in chapters by Vicky Krieps. In addition to its Oscar nod, the film is a short fiction film nominee at the César Awards and has picked up over a dozen wins in the shorts categories from such festivals as San Francisco, Savannah, and also a live-action short winner at AFI Fest. This 4-star, unique look at love and society is currently streaming on the New Yorker's Screening Room, which you can find on YouTube. All right, so there we have it. Thank you all for joining me for episode 72 of Award Season Review Season 4. We got 26 days, so stay with me. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, drop your thoughts in the comments. You can follow me everywhere on social platforms, on Letterboxd, and of course, head over to cinephilemike.com for even more reviews and movie goodies. I'll be back tomorrow with the next set of reviews. But until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.